Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Law, the Unite content creator on a budget, and today we'll be looking at some Pikachu gameplay. Well, Pikachu is the first Pokemon that a lot of people get, and it's quite easy to use, but I think that there is a good way to use Pikachu as a support, and so today I'm going to run through very quickly the Thunder and Thunderbolt build, and we'll just go through the gameplay and I'll just comment along the way. For health items, I think that Pikachu should use a Muscle Focus or Energy Amp. So Muscle Band because you're always auto attacking. Focus gives you the extra health in the fight, and Energy Amp is very useful for Pikachu because it always gets to use its Unite move like every 1 minute or so. If you don't like Energy Amp, you want a bit more health, you can opt for Body Barrier, which is this is the build that I will be using in the gameplay because I felt that in solo queue it's always good to have a bit more health during the fights because you can't really count on your teammates all the time. So without further ado, let's go into the gameplay. Yeah, so while we're waiting for the screen to load, yeah, we can just briefly talk about Pikachu. So Pikachu normally will go into the lane, and Pikachu gets his power spikes quite early at power at level 4. And so when you go into the lane, initially at the start in the laning phase, Pikachu is quite strong. So you can see here that as we go into the game, I called for bottom path, and yeah, so that's where I'm going. Um, Unfortunately, we have a lane Cinderace, so as Pikachu, we had to do a little more work, especially at the start. Cinderace is not a good laner. I do not recommend laning Cinderace at all. Yep, so very quickly getting to level 3. Um, yep, so we want to fight for that Audino at the top. I'm just seeing if I can get it, but we didn't manage to get it. Yep, but we're really hitting that Garchomp, and yeah, so let's see if we can steal their Audino there, because we are really pushing them quite hard. And Pikachu really can push at the start. Although Pikachu is quite a squishy character, especially later on in the late game, but as of now, you can do this and just steal their farm. So at level 4, you get Thunder. So Thunder is it's an area effect. So when you look at just waiting for my Thunder to come out. Yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, so it's an area effect attack. So yeah, you just select the area and then the thunder will come falling from the sky. So I trying to use thunder to get some of the beasts because the jungler is here. So what you want to do as Pikachu is stay as far back as possible and utilize the range that you have to just keep poking with your auto attacks or to use your thunder to just disturb your enemies. So you really don't want to try to avoid going into fights as a Pikachu, um, and that's why later on I will select the Thunderbolt instead of the Volt Tackle build because I feel that Volt Tackle makes you a little bit more vulnerable, and Pikachu has to kind of be a bit more close range to do Volt Tackle. So I prefer the Thunderbolt build so that you can use your range more effectively. Yep. Couldn't stop the BC from scoring, but that's okay. So now that they are went too deep, we can at least hopefully punish the Garchomp for that. Yep. So as Pikachu, the next power spike is level 6. So now in level 6, you can Thunderbolt. So Thunderbolt is also an area effect. So you uh, just need to select the area, and if any enemies are in the area, it will get a stun. So hopefully later we will be able to show you. Yep. So you can see when you use Thunderbolt, uh, the bees will stun. So the same thing happens for your opponents as well. So what you want to do as Pikachu is just use these two moves together, so you're kind of like comboing all the time. And even if you use Volt Tackle and Electro Ball, that's kind of what you want to do as well. So Pikachu is always this uh, combo character, I would call it. So he just combos both of his moves, and then the rest of its damage comes from the auto attacks. So you want to do all of this preferably from range so that um, you can stay alive longer and just keep poking the enemies. Yep, so now we are forming up at Dreadnought here. Yep, so we brought it to the left with 4 of us down here. We managed to secure it quite easily. Yep, so now we're just fighting off a bit. Yeah, and so as Pikachu, you can see I'm just sort of like poking from behind. I'm not really joining into the fight with the Aegislash. In fact, Cinderace can also uh, fight from range instead of just going in, but well, it seems to work. Yep, so managed to get a bit of an overdunk there. Yep, so at this point in time when you break the first goal, you can try to push for the second goal, but in this case it's only me and the Aegislash, so it's a bit risky. So but at least we have our Unite move, so we can try and pop that out. As Pikachu, you do want to just use your Unite move wherever you can, because you can charge your Unite move very fast. Especially if you're running the energy amplifier, you can pretty much use your Unite move every minute of the game. So it's not not rare to see an energy and Pikachu run like 4 or 5 Unite moves in a game. It's quite insane. So but anyway, we didn't manage to push because there was just only 2 of us, so we quickly went back, get some farm, and couldn't stop them, but no, at least we are just poking them a bit. Yeah, so I mean, as a Pikachu, it's very hard to do a lot of things on your own. You are not exactly a hyper carry, so you just got to do what you can from range and just keep poking and supporting. Yep. So now we're heading to base. I think I'm going top for Rotom. Since my team formed for Rotom, of course, personally I prefer Dreadnought, but I think when I saw that most of my team were going up for Rotom, and as a Pikachu, I think you just want to be around your team to sort of like maximize your attack. Yeah, if not, you will really just go down quite easily. So I'm just trying to avoid the Talonflame there. Yeah, so you can see I'm just maintaining my distance and just attacking. Yep. So you can tell already my Unite move is up, so I'm just waiting for a time to apply it. Aegislash should have gone back and healed. Honestly, it couldn't really do much even if it had stayed there. So I don't think we're going to win this Rotom at all. So we should really just pull back to the goal, closer to our goal, and just defend. But yeah, our Venusaur, Blastoise are moving quite far up. For me, I prefer to fight a little bit nearer to our goal so that you can use the goal's healing and shield to help you sustain a bit more and conquer the push. But we managed to hold them back, so yeah, we just take out the Rotom and yeah, we see what we can do. Yep, so so now I just popped my Unite move. I could have popped it earlier, but I felt that I was alone just now when the four enemies were doing Rotom. So even if I used it, then I felt that it would be a bit more useless. So yeah, I mean that Pikachu's Unite move is good. It's very good damage, but I think if you're 1v4, even if you use your Unite move, sometimes it just doesn't really help. So you do what you can as a Pikachu, really. Yep, so in the meantime, there's nothing else that we're waiting for the objectives to come up. We just focus on our farming. So if you're not forming up for objectives, or if you're not defending pushes like what's happening at the bottom, then you can just farm. Yep, so now we have about 10. Yep, Dreadnought's coming up. Yeah, I don't really like pushing for third Dreadnought also, but to me, when you play solo queue, I feel like to a certain extent you have to follow your team a little bit. If not, they are just going to die, and then you have no one to help you for Zapdos as well. So I just base real quick, although I didn't really need to. But sometimes if you're low on HP, then it's good to base and sort of like get full health before you come in for the Zapdos fight. So it's quite messy here. Everybody's throwing Unite moves all around, so I'm just maintaining my distance, and then when I'm ready, I come in with my Unite. Yep, so we got 3 of them down already, and then the Sylveon down. So with 4 of them down, we start attacking Zapdos, but I noticed that the last person that is still standing is Talonflame, and I have a feeling that he'll be here. Yeah, so I poked him and he rushed in actually a bit too early. So I made him rush in too early so he couldn't steal the Zapdos away from us, and yeah, we took him down and managed to get Zapdos as well. So you want to keep looking at the counter as well to make sure any of your enemies are still alive, and if you can always counter them. So enemies like Talonflame, Cinderace, Greninja will always some of them I've seen in games before try to like just wait in bush and then either use an attack or use their Unite move to try and steal Zapdos away. So if you can prevent those from happening, I think you should just take them out first, so that you can guarantee that the Zapdos is yours and you don't need it to transfer it to get stolen. Yeah, so now with about 30 seconds left into the game, we have a huge lead, so we are just defending. Yeah, so we just hold the go zone. I have my Unite move that I can just use. It's a very good defense tool as well. There are some enemies on top, but I feel that my teammates can handle it, so I just hold the bottom on my own. Yep, and that's about it, the final countdown. Yep, so a simple character to play, but I think Pikachu, if you know how to utilize it, its range well, and really chain your Thunder and Thunderbolt and use it to support your teammates in the fight by stunning your enemies and using the Unite move as well. Pikachu can really deal quite a bit of damage in the game. So you can see here the final scores. So I did about 18 assists and 6 kills, and the damage would be about 73k. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.